I never thought I'd be the man who walks into a room and watches his entire reality collapse in a single second. The man who actually sees his wife entangled with another person. But that's exactly what happened to me, and the way I responded still sends a chill through me. Not because I regret it, but because I didn't know I was capable of that level of cold precision. My name is Andrew, and I was married to Karina for 9 years. We met in college. She was fearless, impulsive, bursting with reckless energy. I was methodical, ambitious, always thinking 10 steps ahead. Somehow, those opposites fit together perfectly. After graduation, I built a demanding career in finance. Long nights, relentless deadlines, constant pressure. But I convinced myself it was all for us. Karina worked part-time at a boutique and filled the rest of her days with yoga sessions, brunch dates, and wine nights. I believed she was simply enjoying life. Looking back now, I failed to see the fractures forming. At first, it was subtle. More girls' nights. More "he's just a friend" explanations. Less interest in intimacy. She stayed out later and later, always armed with a believable excuse. But the real shift happened one random evening. I came home earlier than usual and heard her laughing softly in the kitchen. When she noticed me, she jumped like she'd been caught doing something wrong, hung up immediately, and said a friend had sent her something funny. But her voice had that gentle, flirtatious tone, the one she used with me when we first fell in love. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed proof, not paranoia. So I observed. I listened. I paid attention. One name kept resurfacing: Ray. Supposedly a coworker's friend. Strange how he always seemed to be at the same bars, the same gatherings, even the same yoga studio. Connecting the dots didn't take long. My cousin Liam works freelance security and knows how to uncover things people prefer to keep buried. 48 hours later, I had everything. Messages, photos, even videos. Karina wasn't just cheating. She was doing it boldly, as if I was too distracted to ever notice. What destroyed me wasn't the physical betrayal. It was the blatant disrespect, the smug confidence, the idea that I'd be sitting at my desk at 11 at night, grinding myself down, while she laughed against another man's neck, acting like I didn't exist. I didn't explode. I didn't reveal what I knew. I behaved as if everything was normal. That was the hardest part. Kissing her goodnight while something colder and sharper formed inside me each day. But I had already begun preparing. One Friday night, she said she was heading out to celebrate a friend's birthday. "We're trying that new rooftop place," she told me. "Don't wait up." She kissed my cheek like nothing was wrong, like she wasn't about to walk straight into a trap she couldn't see. The owner of that rooftop club, Marco, is an old friend. I told him everything. He didn't hesitate. He'd seen men like Ray and women like Karina pass through his club more times than he could count. He even queued up the security footage for me. I put on the blazer she'd given me for our last anniversary. Tailored, sharp, expensive. The version of me she once swore she'd never risk losing. Inside, I felt absolutely nothing. I arrived about an hour after she did. The bass rattled the floors. The lights were dim. The entire place pulsed with Friday night chaos. I stayed near the back, hidden in the shadows of the VIP area. Then I saw her, my wife, clinging to Ray like a teenager in her first infatuation, laughing, whispering into his ear, her hand sliding beneath his jacket while his rested confidently on her lower back. I felt no anger, no shaking, no rage, just a clean, icy clarity. I caught Marco's gaze. He nodded. The DJ cut the music mid-song. Lights snapped on. Every head turned toward the massive screen above the bar, now displaying the live security feed Marco had prepared. The camera was locked directly on Karina and Ray. The room went silent. Karina froze. Her smile collapsed as she slowly looked up and saw her betrayal broadcast in front of 100 strangers. Then she saw me approaching, calm, composed, unhurried. Ray stumbled backward. Karina covered her mouth. I reached into my coat and pulled out a folder thick with printed screenshots, timestamps, photos taken outside his apartment. "Everything for your attorney," I said quietly as I handed it to her. "You'll need it. I'm taking what's mine and leaving." A woman near the bar whispered, "Holy hell." I looked at Ray. "She's yours now if you want her. She's very experienced at this." Then I walked away. No shouting, no spectacle, no chasing after her. I had already frozen the accounts, canceled her cards, changed the locks, and transferred the car lease back into my name. By the time she returned home, all she had left was her purse and the humiliation she created herself. The next morning, she called nonstop. She cried, begged, said it meant nothing, that she only wanted to feel seen, that she still loved me. I didn't answer a single call. I didn't want dramatic revenge. I wanted consequences. Silence hurts more than anger. Exposure cuts deeper than insults. 6 months have passed. She still sends long emails, random messages. "Do you remember our trip to Cabo? I still sleep in your sweatshirt." Please, just talk to me. But I'm done. Not seeing anyone else, not yet. Just steady, focused, peace. She had everything, and she threw it away for a cheap thrill with a man who meant nothing. I never had to destroy her. She did that herself.